agility, and progress.
Notre Dame Dons football is back on the air from Legends Field in Niles, Illinois. It's the Nazareth Roadrunners versus the Notre Dame Dons. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome in on a beautiful Saturday. That's a little weird. When was the last time we had a Saturday varsity football game? This is a little bit weird.
Oh, yeah, it is weird. A little cancellation from last night, but feels like we're in college right now with a Saturday afternoon game.
We do like college, except Hank's going to be gone way too soon. Couple of months, and he won't be around.
And I'm off.
And you're off, too. Look at that. Oh, no, more rosters blowing away. It's a little windy here today. We didn't really have much of a win last night in the JV game, but it seems like, today the win looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a factor.
Yeah, with the win, special teams are going to be big, especially on the punts. So look for a key factor into that with punts and the win.
Nazareth won the toss and declined. Notre Dame will defend the south goal.
Okay, so not sure if you heard that, but Dons are going to defend the south goal, and he said Nazareth won?
Yes, Nazareth
okay.
won. Yep.
I wasn't paying attention to the first part. But anyway, it's a little bit interesting today. We got two 0-3 teams coming in, both in search of their first win. Dons have mixed bag of results the first 3 weeks of the season, and then Nazareth kind of, you don't really know much about them either. Talk about Naz a little bit first.
Yeah, so Nazareth right now 0-3, but that record does not really show because every game that they've had has been between 1 or 2 possessions. I'm sure they wanted that game against Lamont that they had, but you look at this team and the record says 0-3, but in reality, it's been a close game every time.
And we can, in some aspects, say the same thing for this Dons squad. First week of the season, heartbreaker to Glenbard North, and then the Fenwick game, basically know the song and dance of that. However, put things into context, second half of that game was a 14-7 battle, even though they lost 42-7. And then last week playing Mount Carmel, it was 55-20. However, they did put up their most points of the season against a very tough Mount Carmel defense.
Yeah, you sure don't want to get blown out, but I'll tell you what, these Dons have been competitive for a certain amount of quarters, but to win this game, these Dons are got to stay competitive throughout the game. You can't just stay competitive one quarter and then relax the third, because when you play good teams like Mount Carmel and Fenwick, they'll put it on you. But today with Nazareth and their offense is not really what they wanted so far. I'm sure the Dons defense can hold them down and proceed to score the football.
So, yeah, do you think it's going to be more of an offensive or defensive battle?
You know what? I think the Dons defense is going to wake up this game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I know their defense is a lot better than their offense, but look for a lot of Colin Randazzo today as they are ready to feed him the ball.
This is a kind of game where you're anticipating Colin Randazzo to go into some sort of a breakout game. We've seen bits and pieces the last couple of weeks from him, but, it seems like just from the way he's been playing, he's waiting for one of these games where he goes maybe 150, 200 yards and just absolutely destroys every defensive player he goes through.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting a lot of handoffs and a lot of carries, but in reality, it's all that offensive line. If the line can block for him, you're going to see a lot of 8 to 9 yard runs for Colin Randazzo.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. We know very well that the run for the Dons really is something that they base their entire offense off of, and we see that especially with Randazzo and Francesco Ricciardi, who have been two really, really solid backs. But we've also seen, especially the first couple weeks of the year, Vincenzo Ricciardi has been using his feet a lot, and we've also been seeing a lot of vertical pass. Yeah, horizontal. Vertical. I don't know my math.
Enzo's horizontal, Collins north to south.
I don't know my math.
Another key factor is last year, number Big 8-7 was on the field, Connor O'Boyle. He's out with a foot injury. He won't be back till week 7 to week 8. So that's also a big loss for the Notre Dame Dons, as that was their biggest tight end.
And then we also got Howard Williamson to talk about, too, out for the season with an ACL injury. So looking to recover himself for his senior year. So about 4 minutes left. Well, 3.5, same thing. We had said that this is probably going to be a little bit more of an offensive game. However, Naz is also looking to break out in their own sense And this is a Don's defense that has given up almost 100 points in 2 games, just very uncharacteristic for this defense.
Yeah, they've been outscored 117-46, something Coach DeFranza doesn't really like, but I'm sure the boys will step up today and hopefully hold down that Nazareth offense.
It's something that they really need to get fixed if they really want to make a solid run down the stretch, and if they want to get into the playoffs, the way that they've been playing, especially on the defensive side of the ball, not going to last.
Yeah, and at this point, every game matters. 6 games left. 5 puts you on the bubble, 6 makes you clinch a playoff game. With Rita and Bennett coming up on the road, it's going to be a tough way, but this is where they start to get momentum and get a win tonight.
Well, to correct you, we do have Rita as a home game week 9 of the season, but that's okay. We do have Bennett on the road, though, week 6, but, you look down the rest of the schedule, Viator, don't know too much about them considering that the teams that they face, wishy-washy. DePaul, also same deal. St. Lawrence, kind of always, you never know with them. But, Rita and Bennett really are the two that really loom for this group.
Yeah, right now the Dons just got to get 5 because I'm pretty sure with that schedule, it's a tough schedule. So hopefully they can pull off 5 wins and also get a win tonight to get that momentum going.
All right, so with 2 minutes to go, we are going to head off. Things will be turned over to public address announcer Mr. Mike Marisi, and we will be back following the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Legends Field. Ask you to please stand for a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we welcome your presence here among us and your love alive in our community. We thank you for these 2 teams, these 2 schools, and for the chance to study and better understand the world around us. We come together in your name on this field in a spirit of brotherhood in the hope of growing closer to you. We ask that you guide us to our best effort with safety for all. We ask your blessings on the men and women who serve our country, near and far, and all those who are requesting our prayers. Do not let us take these afternoons for granted, for we all come away winners in you. And as we don our school colors with pride, help us to be persons of faith, scholarship, and service. May Our Lady Notre Dame watch over us all. These things we pray in your name. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
As we're back from Legends Field right now as the Dons play our Nazareth. And, you know, today is something we would not expect with the cancellation and the new coming of a Saturday football game here at Notre Dame.
Yeah, everyone was excited for the game yesterday. Everyone was here. Everyone was ready. And then as soon as it was about to start, of course, got canceled. Lightning all over the place. So they should be pumped up, be ready to be back, and they are going to have the energy, the same exact energy that they had yesterday.
Yeah, you sure don't like lightning under a football game, as it looks like Nazareth is going to kick off with Enzo back to receive. As the boys in the student section are absolutely excited.
Yeah, they're mad about the cancellation, so they're back and ready.
Yep, they're going to bring that energy, as Notre Dame is. As we would start our game with Nazareth kicking off. Decent kick. Dons get the ball at the 25. You get to see our offense with big number 72, Tommy Shipman. Big right tackle.
Yeah. As we have seen throughout the year, their offense has been producing so far, but I do think against this team who has about the same skill level as them, they're going to come back, win this game. They're going to get their offense going, and they realize what they need to do to win games.
Yeah, you sure want to get the offense going right here as Enzo is going to lead the Dons on the first drive of the game.
Yeah. Beautiful day for a football game, too. Perfect weather, not a cloud in the sky. Should be fun.
Yeah, it looks like Notre Dame going with the win right here as a screen pass. It's for a gain of 3.
Ricciardi's pass complete to number 29. Francesco Ricciardi taken down by number 3, Bryce Jackson.
Ricciardi brothers starting the drive off with a 3-yard screen pass to the game.
Yeah, I've heard good remarks about them all year, so I'm expecting to see that tonight, or today. It's not really nighttime yet, so.
Sure ain't night.
Yeah, I'm used to the night game, so.
Yep. Looks like there's a no gain for the Dons. It brings up 3rd down. You know, starting off the run game is really big for Notre Dame, especially throughout their season and throughout the past years. What is it going to take for Notre Dame to get the run game going?
They're blockers, for sure. I feel like as soon as they can break open the hole on Nazareth's side, their running backs are great. They're fast, they're quick, they can get through. They just need the blockers to do their job.
Yeah, sure it is. Linemen have been struggling the past couple of days, but as long as the offense stays on the field, Notre Dame will be good as it brings up 3rd and 7 for the Dons. Enzo drops back. The pass. Nice catch by Nate Garnhart.
Play, yeah. I'm excited to see this pass game because Vincenzo Ricciardi is a great quarterback, and I'm excited to see what he could do this game especially since, like I said before, they have an even skill level. So.
Yeah, Enzo didn't hesitate right there. He stepped up in the pocket and threw a nice dime to Nate Garnhart.
Knew what he was doing. He knew what the play was the whole time. Just produced. That's what they need.
As Notre Dame has 3 out right now. Dons with a 1st down at the 34. Play action pass through the hands of Nate Garnhart. Good job by the Dons, though, setting up the play action, using Conner and Randazzo as a decoy in that one. Just got to execute that play.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, they almost did. It just barely got through his fingertips.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for Notre Dame. Dons huddle up, break it out. Randazzo in the backfield. 2nd and 10. Little jet sweep. Has got some green to go. And a good gain from the Dons.
Francesco Ricciardi on the carry.
Yeah, like I said, they're running backs and whoever needs to run the ball, they are fast. They have a good offense. It's just a matter of producing the plays that they need and executing.
Yeah, he had it right there. Enzo lined in the slot, and then he went on a jet sweep and a nice little gain for the Dons as it brings up another 1st down on their 44. Dons moving the ball right now. What has been their success so far?
I mean, so far they've been doing everything right. it seems like, they've only had 2 incomplete passes and way more yards than losses of yards.
Another screen pass to the brothers, Enzo and Frankie. And it's another first down for the Dons.
Yeah, like I said, the plays that they're trying to run, they are executing them properly, and that's how they're getting all these yards. They are running the plays right.
Peter Rowe on the tackle. The result of the play, a first down for Notre Dame.
Dynamic duo, Enzo and Francesco Riccardi on that. Back-to-back plays. The Dons move into Nazareth territory. As a handoff to Randazzo, going on the right side as he got some room.
It's a great run. It's what they need. If they could get 3 or 4 plus yards on each run, that is how they're going to keep just moving the chains up the field.
Yep, right there. It opens up the run game after passing twice. Notre Dame moving the ball right now. Second and short for the Dons. Oh, it looks like Nazareth jumped off sides. So that would be a first down for Notre Dame. Defense right now looks a little frustrated if you're Nazareth. What changes would you do for the Nazareth defense right now?
Let's see. Our running backs are fast, so I feel like they just need to get on the ball faster. As we've seen through all the runs so far, they've been gaining yards. They aren't losing yards, so for their defense, they just need to stop the ball earlier in the play, as we have not seen so far because they've been gaining yards every single play.
Yep, moving the ball really well. As another handoff to Randazzo. He's stuffed at the 30 for a 2-yard gain.
Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 41.
Notre Dame's a team that will wear you down on the run game.
Yeah.
When their offense is staying on the field for a good amount of time, that defense is just going to get tired and tired.
Yeah. Especially on a hot day like this, if they could keep running it and getting the defense worn out by, halftime, defense will be worn out. They won't know what to do anymore. They'll be rattled. And the Dons are just going to keep scoring and pushing the ball up the field.
2nd and 8 for Notre Dame. Enzo in the shotgun. Frankie in motion. As they run to Randazzo as he's stuffed at the 30. Looks like it's a loss of 1 or no gain. No gain for Randazzo.
Yeah, that hasn't happened much this game so far.
Yeah, it brings up 3rd and long right now. Are you in 4th down territory?
It depends. Really just depends on this next play. If they can get, a solid 6 or 7 yards, then I think they can. They're close enough to the end zone to just go for it.
Yeah, something you want to see is the Dons offense being on the field, as we've mostly been seeing the defense on the field for the lack of yards the Dons have been getting. But Enzo in the shotgun, the handoff to Randazzo for a gain of 2 yards. That was a play where it was like you're in 4th down territory, running the ball on 3rd and long. So it looks like the Dons are going to go here.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to go for it, and I honestly believe that they will get there. I feel like they'll have some play that'll just work.
Yeah, you see Nate Garnhart down there by the 30. It's been a big receiver on this drive right now. Has 2 catches. Sorry, that's A.J. Stanula. Look for big 1-4 right here. Enzo drops back. It's a screen pass for Randazzo. He's got some blockers.
They're going to get that.
They're going to get a first down.
Love to see that. Like I said, they knew what they were doing. They had the exact play in their mind. And, of course, they executed and got the first down.
Yeah, credit Patrick Colgan out there, getting out there to make a nice block for Randazzo to get some running room. As the Dons enter the red zone, this is where it could become a little tricky for defense based off of Enzo's versatility and Randazzo's power back.
Yeah. Might have been an offsides. Offsides.
Yep. Another 5 yards for the Dons.
And Nazareth's going to need to limit those penalties, or else their Dons are just going to keep getting free yards.
Yep, they had a big penalty on 3rd down, as it brought up another first down for the Dons, and Dons got 1st and 5 right now. Dons have been really good passing the ball lately, short and quick. Enzo releasing the ball. in a short amount of time. Look for Colin Randazzo here.
Colin Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 13, Brady Dorman.
So Don set up for 2nd and 4.
Second down for Notre Dame from the Nazareth 13-yard line.
Yeah, even though they didn't really gain too many yards there, it's only 2nd down, so they still have plenty of time in this drive to score here.
Yeah, credit the Dons right now, having the ball with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's been a long drive as Enzo sets back the pass. Lobs it up to
There we go.
As he's short at the 1-yard line. Great catch.
Charlie's pass complete to number 85, Kevin Durkin, brought down by number 5, Caleb Miller.
Yeah, Kevin Durkin, also a big guy. He could break tackles just to get, those few extra yards that they need.
Don's going to go quick as Randazzo gets the ball, and he's stuffed. Stuffed at the 4-yard line. Going back to Kevin Durkin, filling in the spot with Connor O'Boyle. He's done a great job. He had that big touchdown against Glenbard West. So he's a guy that you're going to have for this year and next year. So he has a big future.
He's good in the tough situations, the big situations. Just like right now, where they're 2nd and goal, they can use him to get the touchdown that they need. Yeah,
as last year, Connor O'Boyle was a big target in the red zone. So look for Kevin Durkin on here as the Dons line up for second and goal. Naz has 5 on the line. There's the run from Colin Randazzo, and he's stuffed.
Colin Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 50, William Berge, and number 45, Braden Ferguson. It'll be 3rd down for Notre Dame from the Nazareth 5-yard line.
Big 3rd down right here. Could decide 7 or 3 points.
Yeah.
Notre Dame breaks the huddle. Randazzo in the backfield. Enzo in the shotgun.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they could do here.
As Enzo rolls out. Enzo's going to take it, and he's in!
Takes it himself.
Enzo Riccardi on the 5-yard run for a Notre Dame touchdown. That's what they needed. A good start, get the momentum early. It was a great job by Enzo, not trying to hurry or rush anything. Took his time, rolls out, gets into the pylon.
What they need, long possessions like that, and then when they score, at the end of that, that's what they're going to need to do throughout this whole game if they want to win.
It's a Don jump out to a 6-0 lead with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left as they line up for the extra point. Jack Doherty with the hold. The kick is good.
All right, I'm getting replaced.
Oops, I didn't let Caden finish. That's my bad. I'm back. I had to go make everything look pretty.
Hey, if they score here, you're bad luck, by the way.
Wow. Okay, I see how it is. I hope you all appreciated the new touchdown video we made. And here comes the Start the Buses chant. A little early for that? Nah. Well, anyway, that was pretty productive. I was sitting at the producer stand watching almost a 8.5-minute drive. That was pretty good.
That is what they need. Defense hasn't even walked down the field yet.
That's exactly what they were looking for.
Yep, pass games. They got good possessions. That's what the Dons need, just possessions with time with the ball. The game sways to your way when you have the ball.
So, Dons will be kicking off with 3:49 to go.
Ahmed Shimnick will kick off for Notre Dame. Number 11.
Hello? I'm still here.
Is back to receive for Nazareth, along with number 2, Justin Taylor.
Oh. That never gets old.
Oh, a little pooch kick.
Hello. Still up on his feet. And finally taken down to the ground is Jacob Arachi. Arisi. All right, sure, we'll say it like that. Joe Delia taking him down. And Nazareth will take the ball. 42.
You know, at that kickoff, I think Notre Dame was trying to find a soft spot in the Nazareth special teams as the wind has been swayed to the south now. So Nazareth now has the wind behind their backs.
Fakes the handoff, and we're going to hand it off here to, who is that? That's Brandon Flanagan. Okay. He's on the back of the sheet, so that's not going to be fun. Patrick Prozel taking him down. And a 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, good pickup for Nazareth. You know, special teams set this drive up really nice, getting the ball at the 42. As Nazareth goes into a shotgun formation, you know, like earlier they had an option on that first play, like kind of like a Navy Army kind of stuff. So
another handoff, and this one not going to be for much. Yard at best, but probably nothing here. That's going to be 3rd and 5.
Number 5, Caleb Miller on the carry.
Big third down for the Dons right now.
So now 3rd down.
Big third down as Nazareth has 4 wide receivers.
3 to the left, too. And they're going to hand off again. And nothing for Racy. So it will be 4th down. And Naz is not going to punt.
No, I think
4th and inches.
This is 4th down territory. You know, after the Don scoring right here, you know, maybe they try to draw them off sides. Looks like they're bringing in the heavy.
Probably quarterback sneak coming up, you think?
Yeah, they brought in 2 linemen, so I wonder how Notre Dame's going to match up against this. It didn't look like they subbed. Oh, no, they're punting. They're punting.
Ah, never mind.
You know, I
I
didn't see the quarterback go out, so.
Well, it's misleading because Aiden Piper is also listed as a punter. So you never really know. So Peter Roll's going to punt this one off. And catch is made by Garnhart. Dons will take over.
Good job by Notre Dame was the 3 and out. Again, this is where that defense comes alive when they get breaks, man. When they're at full energy, you don't have to worry about defense being tired on the field.
90 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And so far, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Dons have really been controlling this game so far.
Oh, yep. I mean, possession of the ball early, you know, did a long drive, 8 minutes. Now they're back on the field.
What, like a minute and a half of game time?
That's awesome.
Pretty impressive. Ricciardi and Ricciardi next to each other. One Ricciardi's going to fake it, throw it to the other Ricciardi, who decided to sneak away. And not much on that gain, if anything. And they're going to give him 1 on that. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Dons. With about a minute to go here in the first. And now we get to tout what's coming up. We haven't been able to find him yet. But the Notre Dame president, Shea Boyle, is going to be joining Hank. And if we can find him, Mac Ross, who also has happened to disappear on us.
Yeah, hopefully my partner, Mac Ross, can be up here. But he's living the life in the student section right now.
Hopefully he remembers. Ooh. Hey, look at that. Najee Harris 2.0. Colin Randazzo's new nickname, Baby Najee Harris, with another leap.
You know, I was going to say he could have just ran him over, but oh my goodness!
Wow, man, goodness, my goodness!
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Dons.
Yep, 3rd and 5 coming up.
Looks like they're going to let this one drain out.
Well, this is also the side effect of not having a visible play clock, is that you can let this happen. Which also brings us back to our discussion over basketball shot clocks.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, don't get me started on that.
Maybe trying to get a false start here?
I think they're trying to
Or
draw
a
him
neutral zone
offsides.
infraction?
Yep.
Nah,
It looks like
never
they're
mind.
going to hold it.
All right. Holding it is.
At the end of the first quarter to
So,
Notre Dame 7.
while we wait to find the other guys that are supposed to come up here, I guess we'll hang around because, no, I actually get to hang out with Hank for once.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit about our first quarter here so far. Pretty impressive so far for Notre Dame. You know, come out with that 8 minute, 30-second drive, and then they get basically a 3-and-out on defense, and now they're back with the ball.
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, only 2 total drives really there as Dons get the ball back, but that's a recipe for success. You hold the ball on, 8-minute drive for a touchdown. Your defense comes out, gets a 3-and-out. Momentum to the Dons right now.
Mac Ross is heading on up. I'm going to head off until the third quarter. You got Hank and Mac and hopefully Coach Boyle for the second.
What up? Here you go, Bo. Getting rowdy down there.
How you doing, Mac?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Hank?
I'm all right. Looks like the Dons are going to come out here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Offense is rolling. Defense, huge stop.
Yeah, something you want as the Dons take over with a big third down right here. Enzo calls for the ball. It's a play action that ends up being a sack as Nazareth comes out with a 3-and-out right there. So, first quarter, what was the recipe for success for the Dons offense?
A lot more screen passes than I think we've seen in any other game so far, and then the run was working. Not any huge yardage pickups from Colin Randazzo, but he's running hard. He's going right into his blockers, and he's getting 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Something I've seen is personally the offensive line has been a lot better this game. Credit those big boys up front blocking for him as Notre Dame punts the ball away. It looks like it's going to be at the 40. Now here we are with the Dons defense. Notre Dame with a 3-and-out being on the field. A lot better from past weeks. So what do you think the defense is going to do now?
Well, I think they got to create their own energy. Obviously, the offense, 3-and-out, you can't create too much momentum, but the defense has a lot of momentum still from their first possession where they shut Naz down pretty easily. So they're going to look to carry that over.
Yeah, it sure brought confidence to that defensive team. A lot more energetic as Nazareth lines up in the shotgun formation. Puts 2 in motion with Justin Taylor. They hand it off. Weaving and dodging is number 5, Caleb Miller, as he is a big factor for Nazareth with Caleb Miller.
Yeah, he's playing both sides of the ball. I think they have him lined up at linebacker right now on defense, and then obviously in halfback on offense. And he's kind of a Swiss Army knife. He'll do whatever they need him to do.
Similar like the number 24, Nate Garnhart, playing both defense and offense. He had a catch earlier, as it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Nazareth as it line up in a bunch formation. Caleb Miller in motion is a play action pass. That's number 11, Quartrell Harris on the catch.
That was a great catch. I don't know how he got his feet in.
Yeah, he got his feet. Toe drag too as we welcome Mr. Shea Boyle in the booth. How are you, Coach?
Gentlemen, it's great to see you guys. Great to be live at Legends Field.
Now, Coach, you being here, what is it like playing on a Saturday?
You know, it's a little different, Hank, but, you know, anytime we get to be at home, I know everybody's been waiting for this night, so beautiful night. Glad we could be playing here. Crowd is growing here. Students are fired up. It's great to be in Legends Field on a Saturday. Beautiful night.
Looks like it's a play-action pass as Caleb Miller can't handle it as a high pass. It's an incomplete pass.
Justin Taylor incomplete. Number 24, Nathan Garnard on the coverage.
All right, hey, I'm back. So one of the things why we wanted to have Coach Boyle come up here is, you know, yearly we try and get the president to come up here. This is also the man. that just so happens to bring the juice to all of us. So, what is the juice?
You know, Danny, you got to pump it up, man. The juice is the energy. Juice is what I ask for from everybody here at Notre Dame every day. It's the enthusiasm, it's the passion, it's being a Don in every sense of the word, man. You gotta be motivated. You gotta bring some excitement to school every day. You gotta bring hard work and enjoyment to be at school, to be at practice, to be involved here at Notre Dame. So, you know, if you're juiceless, you're useless. Got to bring the energy, got to bring the juice, man. It's part of the motto at Notre Dame.
As it looks like Nazareth with another run, brings up 3rd and long. Now, Coach, with COVID last year, this year being a little different, what adjustments has Notre Dame made that made it so important from this year and last year?
Yeah, you know, Hank, I thought we did an incredible job as a student body last year. You know, our seniors did an unbelievable job making sure that the rest of the student body kind of followed their leadership to make sure we were as safe and healthy as possible, because we want to be in school. We proved that we can be in school every day. We can stay safe and healthy. That's our first priority at Notre Dame, and I think a lot has carried over this year. You know, we're in the similar type of situation, but I think our seniors are doing a great job this year modeling behavior, and I know it's not fun all the time to have some of the policies we need to do to have these opportunities, but man, it's all worth it when you're here on a Saturday night for a home football game like this.
Sure is, as it looks like Caleb Miller with a 5-yard gain, but we got a holding on Nazareth that will set him back. Now, Coach, I'm sure everyone's wondering, but how is basketball going to look this year for you guys?
Yeah, it's a great question, Hank. We got a man down on there, Mike Pantaz.
Yeah, it looks like it's Mike Pantaz grabbing his leg.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to see. Mike's the captain of this defense. He's the heart and soul of this team.
And hopefully Mike can bounce back. He's a really tough guy.
Yeah, as he's a former basketball player.
Yep, and he models the juice, man. Mike's a juice captain here at Notre Dame, so
yeah,
hopefully Mike will be okay out there.
Brings a lot of energy to this Notre Dame Downs football team. You know, having him as a linebacker being out is not that good, as they're going to give him some medical attention right now.
And then I'll go with a question for you, Coach. When you see a player as important as Mike is to the defense, what's your advice to the rest of the team?
Yeah, you know, you gotta pray that he's gonna be okay health-wise. It's hard to stay focused sometimes, but you gotta channel your energy. If he's not able to get back on the field tonight, you know, next man up. I think Kevin Durkin's been a great example. You know, Connor Boyle's one of the heart and soul of our school or of our football team. Had a tough injury preseason, but you see guys like Kevin stepping up, and I think with football, that's the reality. It's always got to be next man up. Hopefully everybody's okay, but you know, maybe it's time for somebody else to step in and make some key plays and dedicate their effort to Mike. But Hank, to finish your question with hoop season, man, I'm excited. I think, you know, I think one of the cool. There we go. Mike's getting up. All right, here we go, Michael.
He's limping on one leg.
Yeah, let's be okay, Mike.
Mike Pantaz is going to get some medical attention. It looks like he's limping but walking a little bit at the same time. He's trying to put some power on that foot. As Nazareth is going to come up with a 3rd and 15. A big possession here.
And I will say, I'm looking at this positively because Mike is probably one of the toughest kids I've ever met. So if he's putting any weight on that foot, I know he's going to at least try to tough this one out.
No question. Mike is the heart and soul of Notre Dame football, great leader. Let's get Michael back healthy here. Great medical attention here on our sideline. And you can see how much he means to the guys. So let's channel that juice for Mike here. Big 3rd down play here, boys.
This Notre Dame looks like they got 3 guys blitzing. Say only blitz 3 as it's a screen pass to the out. As Nazareth is a lot of missed tackles from Notre Dame. That's Quantrell Harris. 4th down for Nazareth. Now, Coach, you can give us a little insight on Notre Dame basketball.
Yeah, so I think we have potential history in the making. Our senior class, the class of 22, the green-blooded 22s have a chance to make school history as the first group of student athletes ever to win 4 ESCC championships in the history of Notre Dame basketball. Freshman, sophomore, junior year, all championship teams. Hopefully we can channel that to senior year here and keep the back-to-back-to-back streak going.
4th down, Nazareth steps back. It's
Great
an
play.
incomplete pass.
That was Michael Keenan on the breakup.
Big play from Michael Stubbs Keenan.
Michael Keenan, what a great athlete, man. The pride of St. Mary de Woods, baby.
Keenan's only 5'8". That was a full Superman extension to break that pass up. You love to see that.
Yeah, it's a big 4th down now. Notre Dame takes over from their own 19.
All right. Whoa, hello. I'm going to jump back in here for a quick second. You just heard an insane crowd noise come out of the home bleachers. How great was that to hear again?
Oh, man, that's what it's all about. I think nobody's been hungrier for a home game than our students, man. The bullpen is the best student section in the state by far.
Enzo rolls out, and he gets a couple. As that play didn't really seem to work out, but Enzo held the ball, got down the sidelines. It looks like it's another Notre Dame 1st down. Now, Coach, for basketball, you got a lot of new faces, and you got your 22s playing now. What are your expectations for the season?
Yeah, I think they've had an unbelievable offseason. I mean, you see the work ethic in the weight room. Guys are running out on the track. They're working hard in open gym. They dedicated their whole summer. I don't think anybody's satisfied. I think the opportunity to compete for a state championship again after, I thought we could have been 2 state championships the last 2 years. I think it's very motivating, and they're going to be ready.
As a little quick pass to A.J. Stanula. Looks like it brings up 2nd and 5.
Taken down by number 7, Zach Hayes.
Coach, what are some things you've seen this football game that the Dons have been doing well?
Yeah, I think the toughness at the front of the line. I think our offensive line deserves a ton of credit. I mean, anytime you got Joey Giamatti leading the way, that's my guy, man. I love watching Joe out there calling the signals, getting everybody in the right position, ultimate competitor, tough warrior. Offensive line deserves all the credit.
And it looks like Frankie Riccardi on the carry right there, especially on that one, talking about the line. Big number 72, Tommy Shipman, leading the way for Frankie Riccardi.
Yeah, I'd run behind Tommy Shipman anywhere, man. He can lead the way. That offensive line has got a lot of experience, and they're pushing Naz back. They're winning the battle up front, and that's for sure. And Hank, the other thing I notice out here, I notice the energy on our sideline. Anytime I see those guys jumping around and every play matters, we win.
It looks like it's a read option. Enzo takes it.
Nice.
As it's a good pickup for 6 yards. With the student section back, it's almost like you can call him a 12th man on defense.
There's no question about it. I think our guys are feeding off the energy from the crowd, and they want to perform in front of their brothers here. That's the Notre Dame brotherhood, right? Perfect example. Saturday, everybody's back. Everybody's excited, and I think the home crowd's going to help us win this game.
Yep, you see it in football and basketball season. Notre Dame, with the brotherhood they have, they all come out to support each other, whether it be golf, soccer, baseball, and big events like these. They'll always be there.
No question, man. That's the Notre Dame difference in a nutshell. I was at our Notre Dame golf outing today. I can't tell you how many people came up to me and said how much they miss coming to our gym to see our students, coming to the stadium to see our students. Nothing better, man.
Yep, as Notre Dame moves the chains again. As another long possession for the Dons, like the first one, moving the ball pretty well.
Yeah. Well, Coach Augie Genovese chiming in from across the press box with a plug for Notre Dame wrestling in the middle of the football game.
That's going to be pass
So
interference.
we love Notre Dame wrestling. Complete championship, elite level program. Winter's going to be a fun time around Notre Dame. Another regional championship, sectional championship. Guys going down state every year. Nobody does it like Notre Dame wrestling.
Yep, and then on that play, Mac Ross said it looked like there would be pass interference on Naz, as Notre Dame will flip the field and go on to the Nazareth side, as they will get the ball at the 35.
There we go. Let's keep marching, boys. Let's put another one up.
Hank, you said earlier it's a long drive for Notre Dame, which I like because as much as they're riled up and they're using the momentum, they're playing within themselves. They're staying composed. They're not getting too rushed. They're really listening to the play calls, executing every option.
Yeah, it looks like the umpire is going to talk to our sideline judge, getting everything set.
It'll be first down for Notre Dame from the Nazareth 35-yard line.
As Notre Dame breaks the huddle. Looks like it's a wildcat formation with Colin Randazzo in the shotgun. It's a fake and stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 45, Braden Ferguson.
And Hank, that's another thing I've noticed this year, just how hard Colin Randazzo runs with the ball and how many guys he keeps jumping over. I mean, elite level athlete, pride of Queen of All Saints. Colin's been a workhorse all year long.
Yep, he had a hurdle earlier in the game, and the amount of carries he gets per game is unbelievable. As it's another handoff to Colin Randazzo.
There he is, right on cue.
As he cuts back outside, and it's another first down for Notre Dame.
And what I love about Colin is he never showboats after a big run or anything like that. He lets his game do the talking.
That's exactly right. He's a throwback, old school running back. I wouldn't want to be on the other side of him coming at me with a head of steam, that's for sure. But again, guys, our offensive line just pushing. They're doing a great job up there.
Sure is, as Enzo steps back, scrambling. Oh, don't lose that ball as he's knocked out of bounds.
How about Enzo's composure as a young quarterback? You just see the progression he's making every single week. His leadership on the field, off the field, making good decisions, making good reads. It's great to see from a young quarterback.
Yep, junior year, he got the start. And, with the COVID season, it was a good time for him to learn and kind of be composed into that Notre Dame offense, as I think he's done a terrific job so far this season. As it looks like we got the Ricciardi brothers in the backfield. Enzo in the shotgun. Handoff to his brother as he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry, brought down by number 50, William Berge.
There's a big play coming up here, boys. Third and what, Hank? We got 3rd and 14 out there.
3rd and 14, and I think you're in 4th down territory. So, try to get a good pickup right here and go for it on 4th down. Don't have to all get it all at once.
Yeah, you said it. 4 down territory for sure. So you're not looking to get all 14 right here. Maybe a run outside or a quick short pass to the slant for just 5-6 yards. Make it easier on you for 4th down.
3rd and long for the Dons. Enzo steps back, rolling out left as he throws off one foot, and it's picked off by number 7, Zach Hayes.
That was a great read on the ball by the Nazareth defender. He covered a lot of turf coming all the way across the field. Had Gallagher open for a second there.
Yeah. It's a tough throw rolling out. Has to come across. But great read by number 7.
Yeah, as Enzo's getting pressured, throwing off one foot, trying to get the ball to Adam Gallagher.
First down for Nazareth from their own 12-yard line.
Well, we got him pushed back in their zone, so I got faith in our D-line as well. I got to give credit to our D-line. Big number 88, Carl Schmalz, having an unbelievable year. One of the top junior defensive linemen in the state.
Yep, as the Nazareth offense comes out once again, starting at their own 12-yard line. Nazareth 4 wide receivers spread out. Notre Dame brings 5. As it's Quattrell Harris again on the reception. He's been a big factor for Naz, great athlete. Also playing both sides of the ball. Big talent Nazareth has.
Yeah, he's a guy we got to keep our eyes on. I had some good talks with our guys this week. They got him surrounded, and I know Jaleel Johnson is everywhere all over the field for the Dons, having a great senior year.
Yeah, Jaleel Johnson was out last year with a thumb injury. It's good to see him back on the field controlling Notre Dame Dons offense. Him and Mike Pantazis have been doing a great job with the defense this year. Naz rolls out, throw to big tight end. Number 41.
From number 41, Adam Feitman, taken down by number 20, Jaleel Johnson.
Adam Feitman here listed as an offensive lineman, but looked like he was lined up in the fullback position receiving a pass.
It's great to see the contribution from Patrick Prozel this year. Another great young man from Queen of All Saints. You hear his name a lot. He's all over the field, plays safety, linebacker. He's lining up in different spots. Great to see Patrick stepping up as a senior as well.
Yeah, as a flexible guy in the defensive positions. Also had a brother here, George Prozel, which was a big name.
Let's not forget the All-American Freddie Prozel, too.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Caleb Miller will run up the middle for Nazareth first down.
Yeah, this is a big stand for our defense. This is toughness time.
Yeah, especially with the clock winding down. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Nazareth starting to pick up the pace in their offense. What do you think right here, Coach, do we need the defense to do?
Yeah, I think it's going to be important. We got to keep them 3rd and long. We can't let them keep moving the chains here. So I know Coach DeFranz is locked in. We'll have something dialed up here. Somebody's going to step up here. Randy Rust, number 2 in the middle. I think it's Randy Rust time. Here we go. Let's go, Randy.
Yeah, big number 2 right there as in outside linebacker. Looks like it's going to be a jet sweep to number 2. Justin Taylor for a nice pickup.
Justin Taylor on the carry, brought down by Randy Russ.
Right on cue, Mac. Randy Russ.
Speaking it into existence.
Patrick Prozel, let's go.
Second down for Nazareth from their own 44-yard line.
How about Kevin Durkin, playing both sides of the ball, tight end, D lineman. Great job for the young man from Edison Park.
Yeah, and he had a big touchdown week 1. So him stepping in the role of Connor O'Boyle is pretty huge. You know, he's got some big shoes to fill in, but he's filling them in right now. Nazareth hands the ball off.
There you go, Randy Russ in the backfield again. Good job, Randy.
Couple missed tackles right there for the Dons. Looks like Nazareth is going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, they got it.
Yep.
Miller on the carry, brought down by number 73, Nicholas Stone.
Need the bullpen step it up a little bit here, Hank. A little quiet out there. Let's go.
12th man.
Ball.
That's a fumble. Oh, that's
They
close.
got lucky.
Pass incomplete to number 19, James Penley.
Close to a backward lateral right there. As you hear the Notre Dame student section getting it back into it.
It'll be second down for Nazareth from their own 47-yard line.
So Mac and Hank, how do you guys feel? Senior year. How's your outlook on the year so far, Mac?
Man, it's
one of the leaders of our building here, Mac Ross, in the booth.
Just trying to enjoy everything while we got it. Football, you know, obviously last year we had a few games, but it was weird, and now just trying to soak up everything we can.
There it is, ball.
Oh, he throws over his body again. This time to Justin Taylor, and he gets a big gain going to the Notre Dame 35.
Justin Taylor, taken down by number 11.
Looks like Nazareth is going to speed up the offense right now.
Yeah, they're playing hurry up.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So Nazareth lines up. As the play action, it's going deep. Number 11, Quattrell again. Quattrell Harris has been a force so far for Nazareth.
Perfect strike by the Naz QB. Perfectly thrown.
Yeah, busy. Quattrell Harris got behind the Notre Dame Dons defense and puts up 6. As looks like Notre Dame is going to be even with but they get the ball with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. Hopefully one more drive before half. The holder, Benjamin Michael and Nicholas Kozera for the kick. It's good.
Ryan Short's kick is good.
Ryan Short on the kick.
Nazareth 7.
Ryan Short's got a boot. That opening kickoff, he bombed it into the end zone. My goodness.
All right, a little 2-minute offense here, gentlemen. Here we go. Let's see if we can put a couple more points up before the half.
I think it's time to get back in the double digits. What do you think?
It is time, Daniel. It is time.
So, things are a lot different around just anywhere you go these days. But, last year, your first year as president, very, very weird, considering you only saw about half the students on a day-to-day basis. So, in the first 5-6 weeks of the year, what have you seen from everyone that has really changed your outlook of, like, this 2020 was kind of a wash, and now 2021 is completely different?
Yeah, Dan, that's a great question. I think it's a sense of gratefulness that our students have to be on campus with their buddies, with their friends, with their brothers here. I think the idea that they can be here for class every day, that they know what to expect every day, that they have all the opportunities. It's our goal at Notre Dame to give our students the most normal possible experience this year. And we don't want it to just be normal. We want it to be better than normal. We want it to be the best. And I think as long as the students appreciate those opportunities, we're going to keep providing them. And like I said, we'll stay safe and healthy. And we want our seniors to have the best possible year.
Little pooch kick. As Nate Garhart's going to receive it, Don's going to get the ball at the 32 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. What do the Dons need to do in this 2-minute drill?
Well, I'm a little confused by the kick because you got 2 minutes left. We saw, what's the kicker's name? Ryan Short get it into the end zone on his first kick. I like the Dons' offensive positioning right now.
I would agree, Max. Sometimes you outthink yourself in this world of sports, and he could have kicked it to the parking lot, but he kicked it to the 30. So that's a huge play for the Dons there.
As Notre Dame going against the wind right now, as it looks like it's going to be a handoff to Colin Randazzo.
Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 45, Braden Ferguson.
As that goes for no gain, and the clock runs. Approaching 2 minutes left, Dons with 2nd and 10 in a 7-7 ball game. Offensively, the teams are moving the ball, but haven't quite been able to score yet, Coach. So what does the offense need to do when it comes down to approaching the end zone?
Yeah, I think we need to put it in the air here a little bit, let our receivers work, and let's see what we can do, move those chains.
Colin Randazzo on the carry, brought down by number 88.
Hank, I have a philosophy when I play video games with my son, and we play, NFL, Madden.
Mm-hmm.
I throw to the tight end every single play the entire game. I don't run the ball. I don't throw to receivers. I just throw to the tight end, and I'm victorious. So I'm pro tight end here. I'm looking for Kevin Durkin. Let's get him the rock in space.
That might be onto the second half game plan right there.
I know. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, as Notre Dame using Colin Randazzo and Francesco Riccardi a lot in the run game, hopefully that can free up options for your guy, Kevin Durkin, in the tight end position.
And Hank, I'll say, I think we should get back to some screen passes. I liked them. They were working in the first quarter. They get your receivers out of bounds, stop the clock, and they were picking up good yardage for us.
Yeah, with Enzo letting the ball go early, with short, quick passes, you see them getting a lot of quality yardage. As Nazareth called a timeout to stop the clock, with the Dons have 3rd and 7.
Well, guys, a couple things I want to just reinforce for those at home listening in. We hope everybody's doing well. We miss you here at Notre Dame. We hope everybody's going to be here next Friday night. It's our big homecoming game. We're going to welcome thousands of alums back. It's going to be a great night for St. Viator. We have a busy week ahead with our future Dons. We have tours on Wednesdays and Saturdays every week. We have shadow days back at Notre Dame. If you're an 8th grader out there, come and do a shadow day. It's the best possible way to see our school. We have a record-setting freshman class this year, enrollment strong. So many positives to see at our school. 8th graders, come and see us. Sign up for a shadow day online. Get out to our open house later in October.
As we're having some clock issues right now. But going off on the future, Coach Boyle, what do you think of the future for Notre Dame?
Yeah, I think we're in a great position. I think Notre Dame is a destination for so many young men. And there's so many positive reasons to be a Don. We're the biggest all-boys high school in the state. People recognize the great things that our students are doing here every day, the colleges and professions our guys are going on to after graduation. our facilities, everything going on here at school with our COVID protocols. We've proven Notre Dame's a leader in education, and the word is out there. I expect a huge test number again this year on December 4th. That's our entrance exam. And, one of the things I'm always available for in my role as president, I love talking to the 8th grade students, their parents. We want to bring in, get on campus, come to a game, and I'll promise you, you'll leave here thinking this is where I need to be.
Yeah, it sure is, as knowing me and Mac went through the process as becoming a high school and all that. Again, it's a really fun experience here at Notre Dame, and I wouldn't regret any of my decisions on not going here. So I love the place, and I'm sure Mac does too.
Yeah, I'll say, just like Coach said, Shadow Day for sure. That was when I got to learn the most about the school that I learned. I didn't know too much beforehand, and then that Shadow Day completely changed my mind about the school. I was basically committed after that day.
You got to come have a great lunch too. Let's be real.
Oh.
Best food in Illinois, Notre Dame cafeteria.
It's those cookies.
Let's go. Got to have a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, the cookies are a classic at Notre Dame, as Notre Dame will punt the ball off.
Good roll.
As it's going to get
Great
out of bounds.
Who's first on the scene? Number 50, Joe Giamatti, the snapper, long snapper.
Long snapper getting down the field
Always
first.
down the field. I want to start the Giamatti counter. How many times that guy gets down the field first? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, last year he had a big fumble recovery on a punt, as you see big number 50 running off the field.
First one down the field, last one off. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm. As Naz is going to get the ball at the 24. Notre Dame, with a minute 22, needs to stop here because Nazareth will receive at half. As Nazareth in the huddle right now. Breaks the huddle, look for a lot of passes now within under a minute 30.
All right, defense, let's go. Let's step up here.
Nazareth steps back to throw.
Oh, yeah! Randy Ross!
Randy Ross with the interception.
Let's go, Randy Ross!
Coach Boyle said it. He'll have an impact in the game, and he sure
go.
did with a big interception left with a minute 14.
I love it. I love it. Randy Russ. Right spot, right time, Randy Russ.
Nazareth lining up 3 receivers on the short side to the left. Something you don't really see a whole lot, and they went there, but the Dons were all over it. Randy Russ was all over it as Notre Dame gets the ball back at Nazareth's 22.
And there's that next man up mentality. Mike Pantez is still up. Randy Russ getting it done.
Big time play by the junior.
End zone. Shotgun, he's going to roll out. Oh, he's going to dodge one. He gets the pass off. The big Jake Georgioulis.
When you look up the word juice in the dictionary, you're going to see a picture of number 44, Big Jake.
Yes, Enzo did a great job not trying to get sacked. Jake does another great job by making the catch and also getting out of bounds to stop the clock.
What the yards after contact, Mac, by your boy Jake.
I don't know how you stop that. That size with that speed, that's a deadly combination.
Senior leadership, Mac. There you go, big 44. Tight end you.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be a false start.
Penalty on the play.
Looks like big 7-2 Tommy Shipman left a little early.
False start against Notre Dame.
That genuinely may be the first mistake I've ever seen Tommy Shipman make on a football field.
Yeah, it's him playing sophomore year, junior year. The big guy doesn't really make a whole lot of mistakes. He's a great kid, great all-around football player too. But it's going to set the Dons back 5 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Looks like it's going to be a handoff.
Bounce.
Frankie.
Get out.
Out of bounds.
Get out.
Oh.
Notre Dame does have 3 timeouts left,
Taken down by number 5, Caleb Miller, and number
as
7,
they elect to
Zach
use it with
Hayes.
49.2 seconds left. Coach, 3rd down here.
That's their first.
What does this bring up?
Well, guys, if I was playing my video games at home, you know where I'm going with the rock.
Kevin Durkin.
I'm finding a tight end. Or my second favorite option always, Hank, give me a pump fake outside to Adam Gallagher for 6. Give me a pump fake, Hank.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Dons with 49 seconds left at the 21-yard line. Mac, what would you want to see from the Notre Dame offense?
I actually do really like a throw to Kevin Durkin right here. I feel like the tight end throws always come in handy for us. Big touchdown week 1. But yeah, and then get it to a wideout quick. I think that's the most important thing here. Just get the ball out of your hand quick.
The Dons got 2 downs left. I'm guessing they would go on 4th down if nothing really gets to anywhere. They also got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, we're at home. We got to play aggressive. Got to get after it.
Scoring here will be big with Nazareth kicking off or receiving in the second half, as looks like Notre Dame's going to probably have 3 wide receivers out.
Well, Mac, to your point, that squib kick is playing huge here.
Yeah.
They gave us an extra 30 yards or so. The Dons are in scoring territory.
And then you got Kevin Durkin, big 8'5" on the left right now. Coach Boyle's guy. Look for him to get a target here. Looks like we got another clock issue right now.
Well, Hank, I want to give a shout out before the half to our media crew here at Notre Dame College Prep. The operation, the setup time, the production quality, the graphics, everything that the media crew is doing here at Notre Dame, second to none. Danny Berg on the 1s and 2s on the board.
Looks like Enzo's going to look for big 8'5". It's a fumble. As Nazareth is going to recover with 42 seconds left.
Recovered by number 28, Flanagan.
It's a tough one. Got him from behind.
Flanagan comes up from behind and strips the ball. Strip sack for him as Nazareth will take over. Looked like he was looking for Kevin Durkin on the out route, but wasn't able to come up with it. Nazareth's going to take the ball now. I have a feeling they're going to run the clock out. They'll likely take this into halftime with them receiving.
Coach, if you go into a tie game, what's your advice to the team if you're Notre Dame's coach?
Yeah, you know, halftime adjustments, I think even more so in football are so important. You know, if you can start the half fresh 7-7, you got 2 quarters. Whoever makes the best adjustments at the half are going to win. And I know we'd like to be up by a few more points here, but, you know, 7-7 against a quality program like Naz, let's take it. Let's talk through it. You know, we've had a couple mistakes, but all correctable.
Yep, as Aiden Piper with the carry takes it out of bounds with 33 seconds left. Looks like Nazareth might run the ball here, as the passing game's been really well with Nazareth. Don't really want to take a shot here and can turn the ball over to the Dons.
Right, after their last possession, I don't think they're going to risk anything too close to their own end zone.
Got to contain it here. And Hank, when they come out for warm-ups, I always look at the juice level. I want to see which team is ready to go. That's going to give you an eye to the second half. But I think the Dons should be proud of the first half effort here.
Naz throwing the ball, looks like.
Oh, yeah!
As there he goes.
Get through that seam. Get through that seam. Get through that seam. Come on.
Michael Keenan.
Michael Keenan.
Michael Keenan.
St. Mary the Woods Knights.
Michael Stubbs Keenan comes up with a big interception.
Next man up, Mac Ross. Next man up.
Great read by Michael Keenan.
Let's go, Stubbs.
Gets the pick and almost returned it for a touchdown, but Notre Dame will take over.
Let's go.
At the 12-yard line. The play calling for Nazareth.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Fascinating. Fascinating. We'll take it. That's film study by Michael Keenan. That's extra work. That's being in the right place, right time. Keenan's been making plays here since freshman year. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he had a big play earlier with the 4th down incompletion. And it looks like Notre Dame's going to go in the Wildcat right now with Randazzo in the backfield. As he's going to
Colin, put your head
keep
down
it.
and go. Bulldozer. The bulldozer.
As Notre Dame has 2 timeouts left. 14 seconds to go. Notre Dame inside the 5-yard line.
Taken down by number 9, Nolan Morris.
Now, Coach, the run game now is starting to pick up. With 14 seconds left in the timeout, what would you decide to do, run or pass the ball?
Hank, I'm glad you asked. I'm throwing it to the tight end.
Coach loves his tight ends.
Tight end you, baby. Let's go.
Mac?
I think I like the Wildcat option there. I wouldn't go Wildcat again, but I think you got time for another strong run. I think Colin will get you into the end zone. If not, you got another timeout. And then you look maybe pass play to end it.
One timeout's the interesting thing, Hank.
Yeah.
You can run one run play, but we got to make sure if we need to kick a field goal, we're going to need some time to, we got to get a quick down here.
Yeah, with the timeout, it gives the Dons a lot of options. Not because if they didn't have any, they would have to throw the ball, but you can run the ball here. Say if you don't get it, you get another timeout.
Quick timeout, but then you got to decide. You going for it or? But we got 14 seconds, plenty of time. I know our staff's got a great play drawn up here. They're going to do a great job. Let's get another touchdown here, Dons. Let's go.
Yep, 2nd and 4. Notre Dame inside the 5-yard line.
Offensive line, control it.
Enzo's back in the game. Colin in the backfield. As he's going to roll out. There's your tight end, Coach.
Let's go.
As he's
Get in there.
just out of bounds.
Vincenzo Ricciardi's pass complete to number 43, William Meyer.
Great to see Will Meyer out there stepping up. St. Paul lacrosse's finest. Will Meyer put a ton of time in the weight room this summer. Great to see it paying off here.
Yeah, Will Meyer listed as a fullback, but lined up as a tight end there.
Wildcat,
Wildcat.
8 seconds.
Colin Randazzo is so over.
Come on, Colin.
As he
Let's
gets
go. Come on,
in.
Colin.
Touchdown,
The
Don.
bulldozer.
Touchdown, Don.
I love it. More cowbell.
As the Don student section is going nuts.
Let's go. What a great way to finish the half. Colin Randazzo. Good luck getting in his way, Mac.
Someone in his
Huge.
way ended up on the ground.
That's how he gets to the front of the line for lunch every day.
Huge for the Dons to get up 6 at the end of the half. As Jack Doherty and Ahmed Shinnick come out for the kick, and it's good.
Great job. Good job. Special teams win games, guys. Perfect.
Yeah, and going back to special teams, that kickoff to the 30-yard line wasn't really the best kick. It sets up an interception. However, Michael Keenan comes up with a big interception and returns it to the 11-yard line and sets up another Notre Dame touchdown.
Players making big plays, but great call by Mac Ross. Can't have the squib kicks, Mac. Can't have them.
No, I mean, we're happy that we did have them, but I'm still confused on why they did that.
Michael
nice
Keenan,
touchdown
what
call,
a play, huh?
Nice
What a
touchdown call,
great-
Hank. That was pretty good.
Wildcat? It's from playing NCAA 14 all day.
All right, 3.9, Mac. What does the kicking specialist Mac Ross do here? Let's get a prediction on the line here.
I don't know if I can handle another squib, so I'm hoping for just a normal kick.
Are we going onside, squibbing? Are we going for the end zone? What's the body language tell you out there? It looks
like Nazareth.
Line it up
looks like a little
short.
squib
Yeah,
body language here.
I see it too.
A little sideways by Shinnick.
A little onside kick right here?
I don't know.
Not really a big.
Maybe bring Jaleel behind him and onside the opposite
45-degree
way.
angle.
We're trying to kill this clock here. Huge momentum shift for the Dons.
Oh, get on it.
Looks like he's going to call for a fair catch.
There you go.
Smart.
Well, we got
18, Charlie Gore downs the ball for
Notre Dame up 14-7 towards the end of the half. Coach, what are your thoughts on
this is momentum. This is high school athletics at its finest. This is a total momentum swing. The Dons, 3 minutes ago, we were saying what we would do at halftime. Everything's changed now. Now we have the energy. Now we got the enthusiasm. We got the bounce. We're going to celebrate a little bit. We're going to lock into adjustments. We're going to come out and get a great defensive stand. Let's go win this game.
Yes, and Max, second half adjustments. What would you adjust for Notre Dame right now?
Offensively, not much. I think defensively, every man needs to kind of figure out, they need to carve out their new role with Mike out. I think they'll be able to do that in the halftime break, and they'll come out strong as ever.
All right, as that brings us to our halftime from Legends Field. Notre Dame up 14-7, as we will see you in about 10 minutes.
Let's have a nice hand for the Notre Dame cheerleaders.
I had a jumpsuit. Oh, why are you guys all centered? Oh, come on now. I got you.
Let's have a nice hand for the Notre Dame cheerleaders.
And welcome back to Legends Field. It's been a little bit of a hiatus for the both of us. Danny Burke, Hayden Frawley back with you. You might have heard us a little bit last night, but we're back.
Yeah.
Back in front of the lights. And guess what? We got another guest with us. We're very excited to welcome only his second year as a staff member here at Notre Dame. Mr. Patrick Madigan has joined us in the booth. This man, I think, has been to the most games I've ever seen in his first 2 years as a teacher. Not even completed 2 years.
Yeah.
But he's been at everything.
Oh, thank you. I mean, honestly, guys, it's the energy that we all bring back, especially this year where there's not as many of those restrictions to sporting events. Whether it's guys in the hall saying, hey, you're going to be at the game this Friday, you're going to be there. So it's definitely an honor to be here with you guys.
Yeah, so I saw you were in the student section before. How was the energy? over
Definitely a lot better than last night when we almost had a game, whether it was the rain, the flooding, the random lightning bolts. So I think everyone got their sleep for today.
All right.
Yeah, the field was like, it did not look good at some points last night. We could see it from, we still had our camera out here running, and we could see all the lakes on the field. It's like, how on earth are these guys going to play?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that's like a slip and slide.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, just about, yeah, okay, we're going to be getting started anyway. So, first half in the books. So, in that first half, we saw 21 points, 2 Dons touchdowns, and they held Nazareth to 7. Last 2 weeks, they've really struggled to do that. You know, they gave up 42 in the first half to Mount Carmel last week, and then 28 against Fenwick the week before. So this definitely was a much better sight to see.
Yeah, I mean, this game, their defense, I feel like, has definitely been better with 2 interceptions in critical plays later in the halves, or later in the quarters, I should say. And, you know, we saw the Randy Russ interception, which was big because that was coming up at the end of the first half, so we definitely needed that.
Yes.
Nazareth, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Nazareth is going to receive the second half kickoff, and now we turn it back over. Mr. Madigan going to make his point.
Absolutely. I'd say I know our defense set a goal for 3 takeaways, and we've already hit 2. Those were clutch moments as both of them were near our red zone on this side of the field. That helped set up that final score to end the half.
Yep. We need a peanut-sized helmet per Coach Augie. I don't know if I should be saying that on live TV, but you probably heard it anyway, so we just like repeating stuff. So what's the difference? So, second half about to get underway as the sun continuing to set and has actually turned into a very nice night compared to about 24 hours ago.
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky, which is what we love to see. And it's perfect temperature. I mean, it's definitely not hot, and it's definitely not cold. It's perfect, right in the middle, perfect day for football.
And a packed stud section, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Can't say the same for the Nazareth kids.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that last night.
Seeing the battle, that could have been interesting. Yeah. AJ Shinnick to kick it away. Little poocher. That one's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. Zach Hayes, and he's not going anywhere. First down for Nazareth coming up at the 31-yard line.
Number 7, Zach Hayes brought it out. Number 23, Michael Keenan on the tackle.
So, Mr. Madigan, I know you're good with stats. Do you have any stats that you have for tonight, or any points you want to make about these players?
I'll start with the very first one. We have yet to lose at home this year. So I told all the
I
guys,
like this.
Hey, it's a new season. We're at home now. We're not on the road, so we can finally be where we're comfortable with our fans, our cheerleaders, our parents, staff, families, etc.
Handoff here to Jacob Aracey, and he's going to erase. Ha ha ha, it's so funny. He's going to erase half of what they needed to gain for a first down. 2nd and 4 coming up. 2nd and 5, excuse me, for Nazareth. So we've seen that a lot tonight for Nazareth. They've been beating down the bush, going through the middle, and picking up spotty yardages on the run, but not really a lot in terms of massive gains so far.
Speaking of massive, I mean, we're out a couple of guys. We have Mike Fantazis, who got hurt in the first half. Jimmy Donnelly was out for this week, and he's one of our biggest guys. So it's good to see that we're still able to contain the Nazareth offense.
Yeah, Jason Fowler also out, who's a critical player for this team.
3rd and 3 coming up for the Dons. 3rd and 4, actually, excuse me. 3rd and 4. And a big third down here coming up for Nazareth, trying to take some of that momentum back that the Dons had coming into halftime, rather. Now another handoff to Aracey. He's got the first down, trying to get some more, and he's going to get about 3 or 4 extra yards, and it'll be first down for Nazareth at about the 49-yard line. There's what looked like another breakdown of that defensive secondary of those linebackers. You know, he goes out into more of a pitch route, goes towards the outside. But we don't see those linebackers picking that up and taking him down before that line of scrimmage, or before that line to gain, excuse me. And then here we have the continuations of the first downs, and Nazareth able to move the sticks.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of like the Bears almost. David Montgomery, someone that gets a lot of yards after contact.
Except their offensive line is not very good. Our offensive line is awesome. It's like another carry by Aracy. Was not able to pick up who it was. Never mind that. Alex Angulo? I don't know. I didn't see who it was. That's okay, because Nazareth was able to pick up 4 yards, and now we have 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, I
for the Roadrunners.
definitely feel like the student section, too, is a big factor in this game for the home crowd advantage. You know, they bring up the energy. They almost have the whole energy of the home crowd as they, they start the chants and everything else, and that just brings everyone else up.
2nd and 6. We got a handoff here. It's like another one for Angulo and another pushback. And never mind, that was Aracy. Not even Aracy. That was Caleb Miller. We hadn't seen him much yet today. Getting some spotty work, and that's why we didn't even recognize him.
Third down for Nazareth from the Notre Dame 47-yard line.
Well, you're probably watching this game on your computer or your tablet, and you've probably got your phone out next to you. So while you're doing that, head on over to Instagram and follow this guy, Mr. Patrick Madigan, NDCP_Science Guy.
Thanks for the shout out. I mean, I'd say Bill Nye. Kids always ask, is that your idol? Only when I wear bow ties on Tuesdays.
Bow Tie Tuesday's famous in room 504. First down here.
There's a block in the
back. Still going down is Aracy. Flag is down.
Jacob Aracy on the carry, taken down by number 20, Jaleel Johnson, and number 3, Jack Doherty. There's a flag on the play.
So let's see what this is about. And by the looks of things, this one is heading back.
I heard a block in the back somewhere. Don't know if it was just someone in the crowd, but possibly what the call is.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. Block in the back here for Naz.
That was clutch. That was a big third down. So let's see if our defense steps up this time.
And considering the fact that Aracy would have had about a 25-yard gain on that, now wiped away.
Yeah.
As now,
as I said at the start of the game, Nazareth's going to need to limit the penalties if they just want to, if they want to stay in this game, because no one likes giving away free yards to, the other team. And another whistle.
Looks like the refs and the coaches are debating first down or not.
Nazareth is saying that they have a first down here. However, the penalty was against them, as now we have a discussion.
Yep.
And Nazareth is going to get their first down.
It'll be first down for Nazareth.
Man, that's where the coach can get in the ref's ear a little
bit.
Yeah, a little bit of Spanish on those words he was throwing out there. And Nazareth is going to have a fresh set of downs at the Dons' 41-yard line as they look for a defensive stop. Nazareth looking to even the score out at 14 in this Week 4 matchup.
The defense for ND so far has come up in these critical situations. So let's see if they can do it again here and get a stop.
In motion goes Quentrell Harris. They're going to give it to him, and he's going nowhere. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 coming up for the Roadrunners.
Just as I said, just keep the pressure on him and come up in the critical situations.
And Howard Williamson getting that bench fired up for the Dons.
And the Dons have got to embrace this thing called the Sideline Killers. It's a little organization, a ragtag group of guys in boots, bench warmers, if you will, and anyone else that's on the sideline to help fire up the guys.
I think they have an induction ceremony about every week. Thursday, 6 o'clock. Another handoff here to Caleb Miller.
Oh, boy.
Breaking tackles.
6 broken tackles. Oh, my God.
He's going to be just shy of the first down. 2nd and 1 coming up now for Nazareth. I'm sorry, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 coming up.
It's a big down here.
Big one for the Roadrunners going no huddle. Takes the snap, hands off to Miller, trying to push through. He's not going to get it. Short of first down yardage.
Well, we love to see, like I said, multiple times, they just keep up the great defense, and they're getting the stops they need. That's how they are winning this game. They get the stops in the critical situations.
4th down and 3 coming up for the Roadrunners. This is a big one now for them.
Looks like they're going for it. Maybe.
Yes, they are.
Our student section getting loud. Shout out to some guys like Jack Shevlin, James Davern.
Oh, we feel it up here now.
Oh, yeah.
This press box was not made for all this motion. Looking to pass, and that is incomplete. Logan Malachuk not able to complete the pass, and it's a turnover on downs. Downs ball. So a big turnover there for the Roadrunners as they were trying to potentially make something out of that. They end up chewing about half of the third quarter in that drive alone, and they come up empty-handed.
Almost in the red zone. They almost got there, but defense stopped him.
So Lil Tweety Bird told me that Mr. Madigan was interested in all of this stuff back as a kid, too. Broadcasting, productions.
Well,
Is that true?
I grew up watching a lot of NFL. Some of the heroes out there in the industry, like John Madden. That's where Madden football came from. A lot of guys don't know that. If you look at Coach John Gruden, he's like, I'll tell you, these guys. He's the Raiders coach. People love to impersonate him. And then obviously a lot of the guys in class were saying this week, don't be like Joe Buck. That guy is an anti-Cub fan.
We don't like Joe Buck here.
So definitely. I'd also say, though, that we have some up-and-coming talent in the media crew. Caden Frawley is a student of mine in chemistry, and he's already got nothing but A's. So,
we
his
like
first
that.
name.
I'm decent at chemistry.
Here's Randazzo and thrown to the ground. That time by Gabe Kaminsky.
Yeah, even though some plays don't go as planned, most of the time throughout this game, their plays have gone to plan, and, they are getting the yards that they need. They're moving the chains up the field and just, getting first downs.
So I'm curious, which do you like better, NFL Joe Buck or MLB Joe Buck?
Oh, God. I would almost take Chris Collinsworth over that.
Oh.
That's another one that I don't like. I'll tell it for the guys at home. Look up Frank Galliendo. He's a comedy guy, impersonates almost every ESPN personality. He'll do a Morgan Smith narration of your life if you need.
Oh.
Passes tipped, and that's going to hit the ground. That was Adam Fletchman with that tip, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Dons.
Yeah, even though it was a turnover on downs right there, number 72, Thomas Shipman, he blocked a runner that was just kind of coming around. It was kind of almost invisible to see because it was out of the corner of his eye, and he still was able to get him, block him, and take him out, and that just gave the quarterback an extra second to get the pass off.
Punt here. Will be fielded at the 26. Here comes Quantrell Harris, and he'll run out around the 35. But, I'd take Tony Romo over anyone.
Oh, thank God. He's an intellectual. If you look up Peyton Manning and Eli had a ragtag group. It was on, I think, Hulu.
That was fun to watch on ESPN2 on Monday.
I'd almost take that over the Nickeloodian Cup that
Oh,
the
my
Bears had.
I forgot about that.
That was ridiculous.
Back when
Except Noah Eagle was actually halfway decent. Everything else was awful.
Yeah, even Mitch Trubisky won an award there.
MVP. That's why he's in Buffalo.
Speaking of Buffalo, those Buffalo Bills, if you're a sports gambler at home, that's a good game to look at. They're, 4-0 against their division rival there in the past several games. They've scored over 40 points. If you're looking to make a...
Malinchuk hands it off to Miller, and he's not going to get much here. So are you authorizing sports gambling on high school television?
Oh, absolutely not. I only get text messages from my friends and fantasy football advice during community period when kids say, hey, it's Thursday. Who should I start? Who should I not?
And we got a limper coming off the field. That's Michael Bolin. And, that's not what you want to see. Michael Bolin out for the entire season last year, suffered an injury on the very first defensive play against Marist in week 1, and he is limping and not looking good as Aracy is going to get a couple out of that one. So not looking good there for Michael Bolin. We'll have to keep an eye on that one as it's now 3rd and 6 coming up. But if you're over 21 and you gamble, I guess it's fine. But for everyone else, don't gamble. We don't like that. Don't do it. Or Caden Frawley personally will come and give you a talking to.
Yeah.
Big third down here for Nazareth. They need a conversion badly. Pass is caught, and getting the first down is James Penley.
Nazareth has had some good passes like that all evening where, they're close. They're kind of, maybe 3rd and 5, 2 and 5, and they'll just do a quick pass, able to get enough yards just for the first down.
So for new set of downs for Nazareth, they've looked very good offensively here in this second half. You'd say the same thing for their defense. Play action, caught by Harris, and he's going to get a first down, gain of about 16 yards, and another first down for Nazareth, driving down the field. After that 3 and out on the Dons offense, Nazareth pushing themselves down, and they're inside of the 40.
Yeah, Harris has been a critical player for Nazareth so far. He's definitely gotten a lot of yards for them in situations where they needed it.
QB sneak here from Malinchuk, and he's just going to run this one out for a gain of nothing. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a good penetration on the left side of the line there. Forced him to roll out, and no one was open.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Dons and Roadrunners in week 4. Dons currently leading things 14-7, but Nazareth is pushing themselves down the field, looking for something to even the score out, looking to get another score on the board. That'd be nice for them. The Dons trying to stop that. The jet sweep here for Justin Taylor, taking this one to the outside, and he's going to fall with a gain of about 4 yards. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for Nazareth. A big one here for them. They've had a couple of 3rd downs already. They've been successful a couple of times. They haven't other times. This is another time where they need to be successful.
Yeah, they might do the same thing that they've kind of been doing all game, where they just do, a screen pass to the side and just get a gain of, 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, that's better than the Bears. They do a screen to the side for 2 yards.
To a tight end, nonetheless. Here
Oh,
comes
boy.
Miller, busting down the sideline, and he is in for a Nazareth touchdown. Caleb Miller sending himself all the way through.
Wow,
34-yard touchdown run, and Nazareth has made it a 14-13 game.
Yeah, there were some great blocks there from Nazareth. They just opened the hole, was able to just let him through, and it was just an easy run for him. There was almost no competition for him to go up to.
Ryan Short will attempt the extra point to try and even things out for the Roadrunners. And that one is no good. Nate Garnhart coming out of that excited.
Yeah.
And the Dons are going to keep their lead, but only by 1.
Yeah, just barely.
Looking for a quick injury update. Michael Bolin was heading back to the locker room at this time.
Oh, boy.
And Mike Pantazis is walking around. He is limping, but he is walking, which is an encouraging sign.
Yeah.
So, with that, I must ask, is forensics the best class at Notre Dame?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I would say last year, it was tough with COVID, but this year we even bolstered our numbers to about 80 to 90 guys, 3 sections, which was a record for any elective type science class. I'd say right now we've had some superstars on our football team, like Jake Jordulis was out the first week, so we made him a little victim of a crime scene. We got a lot of cool theories. Swanson was in a video too. Getting a little suspicious. And a lot of guys are having fun. Especially to start the year, guys are learning 9/11. We did a forensic science activity where how do they identify, all the bodies and such. Largest forensic science investigation in U.S. history.
Wow.
For those studying history.
So, I'm curious. You've only been at Notre Dame for 2 years. What has sold you about this school? Why you wanted to come here and why you're staying?
So, a little history, I guess. My dad grew up about a block away. He was one of 7. He almost went to Notre Dame, and he was a newspaper boy, and the tuition went up about $50, which was a big amount way back in the day. So a lot of my relatives are excited to see me come here. I used to teach all the way in Geneva, which is
Really?
former opponent of ND as well. So I got to see the student section show up there and kind of make fun of our guys there. I like the school spirit. That's probably the number one thing with the students. Number two is, I used to have to drive an hour to work. Now I don't. So I can actually use my energy for good. And then obviously, with the staff and students being so welcoming, being so passionate, respectful, always taking pride in what they do. That's something that definitely this year you're seeing a lot from guys. They want to participate in class. They want to learn. So it's definitely exciting. It pushes you to be better every day. We all push each other to be better. And then, hey, I like Notre Dame because I'm Irish.
That's always a good thing, too. I'm Irish, too. So, therefore, I must like it. So, again, you've only been here for 2 years, but I think that you might have some good basis for this. We like to talk a lot about trying to get younger kids to come here, 8th graders. Here's a pitch route to Francesco Ricciardi, pushing his way through, and he's going to get close to a first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Dons. So we always ask when we have staff come up here, give testimonials to parents of 8th graders or 7th graders or transfers that are looking to come here. Give us a testimonial of why you think that the next generation should be a Notre Dame Don.
Well, I'll first start with obviously the culture. We definitely have a defined culture here. A lot of schools out there kind of varies, year to year. You have some fluctuation, but I think the guys kind of take pride in being a Don. We talk about what that means from day one. We hold each other accountable. Is that a first down?
Yeah, let's see.
Looks like that
First
will
down.
be, yeah.
First down for the Dons. Go ahead.
And then carrying off of that, obviously, is kind of the legacies you see here. You'll see it at graduation all the time, whether it's fathers who have their sons come through, whether it's, things that's on the wall in the building where it's like, hey, I knew that guy growing up. The small world of it, too. Mr. Balzer, he was at U of I with me in the marching band. I also know plenty of other people like Mrs. Jones in the print shop. I know her son from my old school, and, how much pride that he would take in Notre Dame.
Oh, hello. Ricciardi taken out the side rough and slow to get to his feet. He had a man downfield, and Emmanuel Amisu was breaking out on his cover man, Peter Roll, but decides to take it himself, and it ends up turning into lost yardage. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Dons.
2nd down for Notre Dame from their own 43-yard line.
So I'd say my final point is try to think of how you want to chart your legacy in high school. Just the people I'm standing with up here, like Caden Frowley, for example. How many years have you been here, Caden?
This is my 2nd year at Notre Dame.
And already you've had a lot of people pushing you to get outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Kind of embracing that aspect, whereas, sometimes in school you might kind of...
Wow, look at Ricciardi go.
Yeah, yesterday when I kind of had to do the JV game by myself and my partner, but, I've only done 3 games before that, and I had to be kind of I had to do the play-by-play, which I'm not really used to, so right there I had to step out of my comfort zone and just get used to it, but, as soon as I started, I kind of knew what to do, and I just get used to it right away. So I'm always getting pushed to get out of my comfort zone, but I learned from it.
Ricciardi in trouble. Pass is intercepted. Zach Hayes. Zach Hayes with the interception, and Nazareth takes it back. Huge pick there for the Roadrunners, and an even bigger mistake for the Dons.
Kind of
oh my!
Silencing the stadium a bit too. I know Lovie Smith used to say, we emphasize takeaways. Right now, I think it's what, a 2-2 split on the takeaway front.
About yeah.
Yeah. See what the defense can do here. With an interception like that, they'll be mad. They just want to get the ball back right away. So.
Ooh.
And there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding on the offense.
So they like that. Dons like that. Nazareth does not. That's going to send them back 10 yards. So another nice run there, though, by Jacob Aracy, despite that offensive penalty. And it's kind of showing that it looks like Don's defense starting to break down a little bit. And you don't have Mike Pantazis anymore.
Yeah.
Out with his injury. Now it almost looks like, we're starting to see a little bit of schematic breakdown from that defense. It's 1st and 20 coming up. I'm sorry, 1st and 19. 1st and 20. Same thing. 1st and 20. I thought it was 1st and 19, but it's 1st and 20. I can't read.
A long way to get a first down.
It is.
Just go with that.
However, Nazareth has shown that they've been able to do it. He's going to start with a handoff to Angulo. Pushing his way forward, and he'll get about 5 or 6 yards out of that. Under a minute to go. So, with under a minute to go, we are going to have to let you go very shortly. So, with that, last things that you would like to share with the audience we have in front of us.
Well, it's our first home game without the band either. So I know our partner in crime, Caden Frawley, looks forward to even our next home game. So hopefully you guys tune in then.
Next week.
Next week. And my final thoughts are, hey, we're up 14-13. It could be anyone's game. Hopefully we get the ball back and make a statement.
Yeah. So at the start of the game, it's going to be close since they both have, kind of the same skill set.
Breaking tackles is Caleb Miller. He's got a first down.
And Adon is down on the play, too.
Oh, boy. That is Randy Russ that is down on his knees and is grabbing that shin.
That's another linebacker.
Oh, boy. Another member of that linebacker core now hurt.
Yeah, he had a critical interception at the end of the first half.
That's not someone you want to lose, is Randy Russ.
Someone we need.
One of the, last year, interesting story, Vincenzo Ricciardi was the starting quarterback week 1 against Marist, and then he gets brought up to varsity week 2. The backup quarterback was not able to play that week because of academic reasons. So Randy, the third string, took over, and he took over the offense by storm. We were here for the last week of the season against St. Rita. He looked pretty good that week, but he had also been really, really impressive that entire season. But, focusing on his defense this year, really put in a lot of work, got named a starter, and it's unfortunate that now he's down on the ground getting work on his leg.
It looks like the left knee there.
They're working on the left leg, but he was grabbing his shin area,
yeah,
so maybe
like,
it's both legs.
Yeah, torn muscles, something. It was like his calf and his shin on his right leg.
He's getting up now.
Oh.
Could he stand?
He is staying
He might not be able to put any pressure on those.
Yeah, he's not able to get up, and now here comes Frankie Ricciardi. Looks like he's going to try and help him out. And if the helmet comes off, it's usually not a good sign. Well, regardless, we still have about 7 seconds left in this third quarter. But this injury, though, this is going to be a tough one on this defense now going forward. And get him up.
There we go. He got
up. He's walking on both feet. He's just limping. So
look at that. Now he's running. Look at that.
That's a great sign, yeah.
Wow. So even though he's got to come out for one play, looks like he's all in good spirits.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like he wants to come out. It might just be he has to because I don't even know, just safety precautions.
Yeah, last year at biology, I was pinch hitting teaching one section of it, and Anthony Sales come in to teach us about torn ACLs. And how to dunk a basketball, landing on 2 feet, don't twist your leg sideways. And
there goes Caleb Miller once again. He's going to get close to a first. That's the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they end up giving him the first down. But regardless, it is the end of the third quarter, which means, unfortunately, we have to let you go. This was amazing to have you up here. First time in the booth for you, but definitely will not be the last.
Okay, I look forward to it. Thank you, guys.
So with that, we're going to send you back down to the student section where you're having a lot of fun. We're going to be back for the fourth quarter in just a minute. All right, we are back for the fourth quarter. Danny and Caden hanging out with you. Mac Ross was supposed to be here for the fourth quarter, but he decided he wasn't going to show up. At least not yet. Maybe he'll come back, but I think he's enjoying.
He'll come back.
I think he's enjoying himself down in the student section right now, which is fair. But here comes Caden Miller breaking through. Can't get Jaleel Johnson, and it is Caleb Miller for a Nazareth touchdown.
Once again, that blocking on the Nazareth offensive line just creates a gap for them to get through, and then they can score easily on the first play, just like that.
So Nazareth taking a 19-14 lead. And now they're going to try for 2. So they're going to try and get this back to 7.
Yeah, limited to 1 touchdown at minimum.
And now a flag on the play.
Oh, looks like it might have been a offsides on the defense.
So that's going to move it up about 1.5 yards.
Randy Russ is back in. Looks like he's not injured at all. So, I mean, that's a great sign. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sprinting back out onto the field.
He didn't get hurt. That never happened. So from the 1.5 yard line is where the play is going to start off from. Harris going into motion. Pass is complete. So the conversion is good. Harris with the fantastic diving catch, and it's now a 21-14 game.
Yeah, 1 touchdown now. That's a great comeback from Nazareth, but Dons need to get back in and score right here.
Well, we had seen it that entire third quarter. Nazareth looked like a completely different team, driving down the field, and then their defense as well, consistently stopping the Dons' offense. And now it's a turnaround time for Notre Dame. They need to channel what they did in that first half and be able to score some touchdowns.
Yeah, the
they want to win this
defense in the first half was looking a little off, but I guess they just come back out in the second half and just lock down ND.
So now we get to play a game called Where is Mike O'Brien? He is here today. We just have not found him yet. So maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We have no idea. Still a lot of game left. We got 11:50 to go in the game.
It's only been 10 seconds.
It's only been 10 seconds, and it's a 1-score game.
Yeah, plenty of time to just get the ball back up the field and score.
However, I think this is where you start to question, is this a 4-down territory? With this much time left, do you punt the ball? Do you try and go for it on 4th down? And obviously, it's mostly a situational thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Hard boot, and this one is going to go into the end zone and out to the 20. Go the Dons. I'm sorry. It is the 25 in high school. I've been watching. I don't know why I said that.
From their own 20-yard line.
It is the 20. Wait a second. Yeah. I couldn't read. I knew I was right.
Yeah, I did that a couple times yesterday. I knew what I was talking about, but for some reason I messed it up.
And then I correct myself.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Exactly, yeah.
Great crowd coming out tonight for a rescheduled game. We were expecting a lot of people last night, and obviously a lot went home. Here's Colin Randazzo, who's going to gain about 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Dons, getting up to the 25-yard line. And this is a very crucial drive for the Dons, trying to push forward and getting into the end zone. Really, they can't have much room for error here.
Yeah, they can't even – they can go for a field goal, but, of course, they'd rather take the touchdown to get even closer back into this game, because if they do go for the field goal, Nazareth could come back and score.
That's not something you want either.
Exactly.
Is go with the field goal. Here is a little pitch to Frankie Ricciardi and slammed to the ground by Nolan Morris and sending the Naz fans into a frenzy. And now a big 3rd down coming up for the Dons after no gain, bringing up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 6, rather, actually. And a big play coming up.
Notre Dame from their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, they need to get this here. I mean, this is probably one of the most crucial plays of the game if they can get this first down.
Caden looking fresh, still wearing his sunglasses when it's dark out.
I'm used to it
Ricciardi
by now.
looking to pass, flings one up, and that is thrown out of bounds. Looking for Adam Gallagher, and out comes the punt group.
Number 12, Adam Gallagher. Number 7, Zach Hayes on the coverage.
They have to punt it here. They can't risk
Nope.
not getting the first down and then having Nazareth already basically in the red zone.
And then they only took a minute and a half off the clock there. So not necessarily an awful thing.
So have plenty of time
Yeah,
to get a stop.
a lot of time left.
Yeah.
There is the punt. That one is going to take a friendly Don's roll. Still rolling and down to the 36. Nice boot there. Beautiful punt there by Dylan Desinfantis, who actually is not even listed as a punter.
Oh, really?
He's not listed as a punter. This year's punter, we had seen last week, Colin Randazzo is now the new punter.
Yeah,
but we just saw Dylan Desinfantis knock one down the field pretty
I was going
pretty
to say,
good.
Colin Randazzo was punting at the start of the game, so maybe strategy change.
Hey, we got some good special teams guys here.
Yeah.
Well, a big drive now for Nazareth as they look to get some space and really put the Dons into a hole, which is something that Logan Malachuk is trying to do, as he's been in at quarterback for quite a while now. Aiden Piper had started, and no gain here is Carl Schmalz.
Another
and
player
another
down.
injury. Oh, boy. We've had a lot of hurt here tonight for the Dons. Good thing we got one back into the game and Randy Russ, but Mike Bowling and Mike Pantazis having some injury trouble. We did see Mike Bowling did go back to the locker room. He was out here, though, not too long ago, which was a good thing. He was limping, and he actually is back out here. He is walking. Not in a natural way. Mike Pantazis is definitely in a worse condition as he is clearly limping. Not able to put a limp. And Nick Thome was the one that hit the ground, and that's another big guy that you don't want to lose.
Yeah, but still, he got back up right away, so
Nick Thome, one of those interior defensive linemen, also can play a little bit of offensive line when you need him to, but a line that didn't have Frank Salvage as a starter this week, because Frank Salvage was playing offensive line with the absence of Jimmy Donnelly. This game really testing out the Dons' depth, as they've been hit hard by the injury bug.
Yeah, they need to see if the bench players can do what they need.
Handoff, and Gulo hit to the ground.
Double teamed right there, and he just got rocked, and that's going to be a loss of about a yard.
3rd and 11 coming up for Nazareth. A big one there. Something that the Dons desperately needed.
3rd down for Nazareth from their own 34-yard line.
So now, big play for the Roadrunners.
I'm excited to see what both the offense and defense does here, because Nazareth has been converting on these downs, and the Dons have also been stopping them. So I'm excited to see what's happening on both sides of the field here.
9 minutes to go in the game. Roadrunners looking to convert. Malinchuk passes off to Harris. Breaking tackles. Does he have enough?
That's close.
That is going to be very close. Hand is up, so it looks like it's going to be a 4th down coming up. As of right now, it looks like a 4th down, and it is a 4th down. 4th and 1 coming up for the Roadrunners.
Still, that was a great run, though. He was able to break.
And we did have a flag, wherever that was.
Did not
there,
see that.
It is in. It is by the line. It's in the offensive backfield. So maybe a holding penalty, or hands to the face.
Face mask, yeah.
So we'll see what this one is. And it is against Nazareth. And against the Dons. So offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties
So we will try that again.
Yeah.
However, that was a real nice play there by Quantrell Harris. So with those offsetting penalties, things are going to move themselves back to where they were. We're going to pretend like that never happened.
Yeah.
And we're going to try it again. As it's now 3rd and 11. Once more. Don's looking for a stop. Nazareth trying to move the sticks once again. Big play coming up here as the clock has started. About 8:30 to go in the game. Dons need a big stop here.
Yeah. They can get this. They're in scoring. They're not really in scoring position, but they can get the ball up the field as they need if they can get this stop.
Malinchuk in trouble. He's going to run with it. And ran out of bounds at the 39-yard line, this time by Jack Doherty. And 4th down coming up for the Roadrunners. And it looks like that the punt group is on its way out. And even, never mind. I thought that they got the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. The clock continues to run.
Yeah, I thought he got.
Yeah, I thought so
pushed out of
too, but
bounds, too.
looks like the officials never signaled for it as Nate Garnhart heads downfield. And Peter Roll to punt it away. However, I don't think you can necessarily rule out a fake here.
Yeah, they can't risk it. They'd be too deep in their own territory.
And Roll taking all of his time to get that one off. Garnhart is going to let this one bounce. And this one is going to be pinned at the 6-yard line. Oh, boy. And that's a hard one there for the Dons. Peter Roll doing his job, putting the Dons deep in their own territory. Nate Garnhart not able to come up with it and just took a bad Dons bounce. But exactly what Nazareth wanted is now they are pinned.
Yeah, I mean, that's just great punt, great execution, got where they needed to be, and that's going to be on their own 6-yard line.
Yikes. That's not what they want. So, first down at the 5. Ricciardi, he's going to run with this one. Pass is, oh boy. Randazzo just took out one of our marker officials, and he is down. Oh, my goodness. We've had refs go down, and now we've got one of our sideline officials going down.
Players, refs.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, sure, taking out players is okay, but come on, what did these guys do to you? Oh, dear.
All they do is move the chains up and down.
Yeah, what the heck? Not cool. So what does this mean now? Do you just recruit, like, one of the coaches to come and do it for you?
They could probably find someone in the stands that just ask, does anyone know how to do the chains, do the markers?
Is anyone a ref and wants to be a ref?
Anyone want to just go do this for, like, the last 7 minutes of this game? All right,
looks like he's back up on his feet.
Yeah.
How about that? That's not something you see every day.
Not at all.
Wow. Okay.
Second down for Notre Dame from their own 6-yard line.
So they only got a yard out of that. No, that can't be right. Because he took out the side judge. That can't be. What? Oh, maybe it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a. I thought the
I
pass
thought
was
he
completed.
gained like 7 yards on that.
Oops. Oh well. And here comes Frankie.
There's
Flag
a
is
flag
flying.
on the play.
And a hard hit, and he's going to get knocked out around the 7. Forward progress is going to apply, but the flag is out.
There's a flag on the play.
And no sign yet of what it could be. But by the looks of it, it looks like it's against the Dons. By the way Colin Randazzo just reacted, and the Dons moving back toward their end zone. So that would make it 2nd and 13. And it is going to be against the Dons by the looks of it. And a false start. A little bit of a late call there, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you see a false start, it's usually before the snap gets off.
Or right when the snap gets off. Yeah.
Interesting that it was called after the play had already snapped off.
Pretty delayed, yeah.
That's not something you usually see. So
Randazzo already had the ball and was almost taken out on the sidelines.
And Nazareth is declining it.
So it'll be 3rd down for Notre Dame from their own 6-yard line.
clock.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Dons. They're down 7. Excuse me. Light starting to take full effect on a great night.
Yeah.
Nazareth trying to keep the Dons pinned.
See what the Dons can do here with
Chardy and shotgun gives it to Randazzo. He faked it. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Jake Georgioulis. Runs into the band of cheerleaders on the sidelines. And another 3 and out.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to punt again as the special team squad comes out.
Not what they wanted at all.
Only a gain of 3 yards on that play.
So now they're looking at potentially the ball at their own 40. Not looking too good right now for the Dons, but the Roadrunners putting them exactly where they want. High punt from Dustin Fontes.
Touch it. There we go. Almost went back a little
touch
too
is
far.
made by Patrick Prozel, but it's at the 35.
And once again, the Dons just need to stop here and then produce on offense. I mean, their defense has been doing pretty well tonight, but, you know, still let up a couple touchdowns, which is not what they need.
21-14, Nazareth with the lead, and have got awesome field position. Trying to make this a 2-score game and basically end the Dons' chances of getting back into this thing. You know, you do it. Yes, there's a lot of time left. 6:30. Dons have 3 timeouts. However, this offense has looked very unorthodox here in this second half, as this is going to be a gain of about 19 yards. As that one to Quentrell Harris again.
Yeah, he has been breaking tackles all night.
What a night for Quentrell Harris.
Yeah.
Not a guy that was really on our radar, but, you know, he's been showing up
now.
tonight.
He is now.
And that is ruled incomplete. Okay. So maybe a good thing for the Roadrunners, because if it wasn't ruled a fumble and then recovered, that would have been a loss for about 3 or 4. But the good thing, though, for the Dons is that it stops the clock with 6:18 to go. So maybe a best of both worlds in that respect.
Possibly, yeah.
2nd and 10 coming up. Fakes the handoff. Looking end zone. Overthrows.
Goes way long.
So 3rd down coming up for the Roadrunners. But another big stop necessary.
Yeah, like I said, if they could get this again, they could get another stop, and then they just need to produce on offense. That's all they need.
Big 3rd down now coming up. And I think it's pretty obvious to hear the student section right now as Coach DeFranza making his way out onto the field. He was out by like the 30-yard line marker just a second ago. A lot of noise coming over there now. Gonna give it off. And Caleb Miller taken to the ground.
Loss
4th down,
yards
Nazareth.
Yeah, that's what I said. They just needed to get those stops.
4th and 12 coming up for the Dons. Jacob Plunka making that tackle. 4th and 13, because I can't read. I'm just making these assumptions before they even post it. I've been pretty good. I've only been off by like 1 or 2 yards every time I'm wrong, so I got that going for me.
It's a weird view from up here. So.
It is.
Number 22, Ryan Short, out to kick the field goal.
This one coming from 37. Good snap, good hold, and it is good. Ryan Short putting it through from 38 yards out. And Nazareth has themselves a 10-point lead.
It's going to be a tough one to come back to, but they could definitely do it. 5 minutes is enough time.
And they are getting their students hyped up down by their sideline, leaving the home bench pretty stunned and silent.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, they were not doing any of this. And then in the second half, of course, they just come out and out of nowhere just have an amazing offense. They're getting stops on defense, and that's how they're winning by 10 points right now.
5:22 left to go in the game, and it's going to take a lot of doing for the Dons to get back into this thing. It's completely doable. We've seen them do it before, but the thing is, they have looked undon-like here in this second half. They've given up 2 touchdowns, which, touchdowns are going to come. It's not easy to shut a team out, but the offense just has not been able to put anything through, which unfortunately is a common theme, particularly from last year.
Yeah.
Or if you think about it, they were shut out weeks 2 and 3, and then now I'm blanking. And then only scored 1 offensive touchdown in the first game last week. So something's got to give for the Dons if they want to get things back in their favor. Is out to the 20 goes the offense.
It'll be first down for Notre Dame from their own 20-yard line.
We'll see what happens here. This should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, with this amount of time left and, how far they have to go and how much they have to score, I'm excited to see what both teams are going to do here.
Thing is, too, we had expected a close game as well, and so far we've gotten that. You know, these teams have stayed in stride with one another, but it's been pretty obvious, at least in the second half, that Nazareth has been a little more overpowering than the Dons. And I think that's been pretty obvious, as Adam Gallagher says, hold on a second. First down for the Dons, as Notre Dame trying to speed things up.
Yeah, trying to go as quick as they can here, get a score fast.
They want to keep those timeouts for as long as possible. They don't want to use them unless they absolutely have to. And ideally, you'd want to wait until your next possession when you're trying to look for that field goal. Because here you're especially thinking touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. Each team still has 3 timeouts left, and they're definitely going to be used later in the game and not now.
Ricciardi passes off to his brother. Stays in bounds, and he's going to be ran out with a gain of 9, setting things up for 2nd and 1. Clock was not stopped, though, even though it looked like he was ran out of bounds.
Second down for Notre Dame from their own.
Yeah, that's. I mean, is it different in high school, or is it? I thought it'd be the same.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be? He ran out of bounds.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Well, regardless, they got to play it like it's not that in that case. As here's Randazzo hurdling another man.
So the clock should stop now.
Clock does stop.
There we go.
Clock automatically stops on first downs in high school. So it gives the sideline guys a chance to get a move.
First down for Notre Dame in midfield.
So it is at the 50 for the Dons. Looking a lot better here on this possession, realizing that there's a sense of urgency with about 4.5 minutes to go. High snap. Ricciardi is going to and down he goes. Tried to escape as the pocket collapsed, and it goes as a 5-yard sack as Diego Vela taking him down.
That's definitely not what they need in this moment. I don't know whose fault that was.
Big play there for the Roadrunners.
Yeah.
Manuel Misu checking in. Birthday boy. It was his birthday yesterday. He was pretty upset that he didn't get to play yesterday on his birthday. I know he would have liked that, but I think he's trying to make up for it today. Tried to dump one off to Randazzo and not able to do it. Little high. So now it's now it's 3rd and 16. And they need a big play here to try and keep things going.
Something looks like something's going on with the refs. I don't know if there was a.
It'll be 3rd down for Notre Dame from their own 45-yard line.
Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw one of the refs go over to the Nazareth bench, but I guess he was just going over to the sideline.
Someone decided to turn the lights on 4 minutes before the game is over, and it's getting dark.
It's like everyone just discovered the lights.
Wow. We're cavemen. I was told to say that, by the way. Ricciardi's going to dump it off to Randazzo, trying to get back some yards. And looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it is fourth down. Four down territory here.
Yeah, do they have to go for it?
They
Because they might not have enough time.
They absolutely have to. They got to get 2 scores.
Yeah.
And it's about 3.5 minutes to go. We don't really have time to punt here and then get the ball back for 2 possessions.
Yeah, because for all that we know, Nazareth could just take their sweet time on offense and just run down the clock. So they have to go for it here.
You could say that this is the game right here. Ricciardi in trouble, looking to pass. Pass is caught.
That's going to be a first down.
Frankie Ricciardi with the 13-yard completion, and the Dons continue moving.
Perfect pass. And
flag is on the play. We do have a flag in the offensive backfield. Dons are moving back. So this could nix that. They are pointing towards Nazareth, though. But in all likelihood, if it is against Nazareth, and it is against Nazareth, they are moving the ball. We'll see what this is. And we had roughing the passer. They continue to march the ball down the field to the 22-yard line.
Preach this throughout the game. Nazareth has to limit the penalties for moments like this where, you know, they can't give up the free yards and give Notre Dame the advantage. And that's what they did right there. They just gave them the advantage, so now they're even closer to the end zone.
Big play right here. Ricciardi with pressure. Pass is incomplete through the hands of A.J. Stanula. Broken up there by Bryce Jackson. So 2nd and 10 coming up.
We're about to see a couple timeouts probably within the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game.
I think the big thing, though, too, is that, you know, they want to try and keep those timeouts for when they have to, you know, stop the clock for when Nazareth has the ball, or if they go with an onside kick.
Yeah, there we go.
Completed catch to Adam Gallagher. Gets out.
Yeah, they're going to try
Looks like he's going to get close. If not, get it.
Yeah, they're going to focus on the sidelines probably. Try to get as close out of bounds as they can so they can save their timeouts for when they really need them.
It'll be 3rd down for Notre Dame from the Nazareth 15-yard line.
3rd and 2. .230 to go. And a big 3rd down. Ricciardi is going to hand off to Randazzo. Has the first. Still pushing through. And down just short of the goal line. Clock is stopped with the 1st down. So 1st and goal from the 3.
Yeah. This is probably one of the biggest situations of the game. They need to score here big time.
Ricciardi's pass incomplete. Threw that one into double coverage, and we got a down Roadrunner. Was trying to get it to his brother. 2:04 left. That was a dangerous pass there.
Yeah.
By Frankie, or by Enzo. But a nice effort there, though, by Frankie, I still get their names confused to this day.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun ending with how close they are right now and how much time is left.
2nd and goal from the 3. Ricciardi in the gun. Randazzo to his side. He's going to give it to Randazzo. Pushing his way through. And he's in! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Colin Randazzo with the 3-down push. And the Dons have put it back to a 1-score game, 24-20.
That was great. Just a perfect run. Knew exactly where he was going. Got through the open gap and scored.
Play it. Just. Wow. How about that? The Dons are back in it with under 2 minutes to go. 1:58 left. There's now A.J. Shinnick to attempt the extra point. Big one. Got it.
Good.
Got it. Good.
Dons just need to stop here and then get into field goal range, because if they can.
All right, so
tie up
here's
game.
here's the real question. Kickoff like normal, or do you onside?
That's so tough because, of course, there's pros and cons of each one. The regular kickoff, you know, they get deeper, but, you know, with the onside kick, there's still a chance that they could get the ball back and then score a touchdown instead of just a field goal. So, I don't know. That's a tough question.
24-21 with under 2 minutes to go here from Legends Field. If you just joined us, you got a good one.
Yeah.
On this Saturday night here in Niles.
So, yeah, the Dons are going to need every single yard that they can get to stop Nazareth from even moving up the field.
If you're here, take in this atmosphere. If you're not, we're going to try our best to get it to you because it has been electric all night here.
The student section will be loud in these last 2 minutes.
It might be 2 minutes on the game clock, but it really is not going to be 2 minutes.
Each team still has 3 timeouts, so right there.
Oh, yeah, it's going to take. It's going to be a while.
That's at least. What is
Nazareth
it,
is preparing for an onside,
6 minutes?
as that's what Shinnick looks like he's going to have coming at him. And it looks like that's what we're going to get is an onside. There it is. Nazareth has it. They trap it at the 41.
Yeah. Big stops here.
So now this puts an awful lot of pressure on this Dons defense. They've been batted down all night. Injuries left and right. Can they come up with big stops here? Keep a lot of time on the clock for the offense to do its work. That's going to be the question that's going to have to be answered here in this last minute 55 of the game between the Dons and the Roadrunners. A classic here from Legends Field.
Yeah.
What a game it's been.
It's my first ever Notre Dame football game that I watched back when I was in the 7th or 8th grade. I forgot when, but I remember I came when I saw Nazareth play, so.
Malinchuk is going to hand it off. Miller not going anywhere. Timeout is called with a gain of about 1.
Caleb Miller on the carry, taken down by number 56, Riley Bartlett.
Awesome. So, Dons lose a timeout.
Timeout Notre Dame, their first.
Got 2 remaining, and that's exactly what you were looking for. Only a short gain there.
Yeah, they just need to do this throughout this whole drive.
Now they just got to do it a couple more times.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is stressful. I remember this from last year.
Yeah.
I was up here with Hank and Nick. Actually, it was just Nick, because Hank actually had to leave. He missed a really good ending to the St. Rita game. But this reminds me a lot of the St. Rita game because of just how close that this game has been all game. You know, the Dons looked like they had completely faded away on offense for most of the second half, and then bam, they come out in the waning minutes of the fourth quarter, and now here they are within 3 points of this game. This is going to be one heck of an ending.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've never, like I've said, this is like my first actual varsity football game, so for this to be the ending of it, oh boy, it should be fun.
And it is getting loud.
Loud, yeah.
Oh boy. Malinchuk with another handoff. Here comes Arasi.
He might just be short is what it looks like.
Let's see. They do mark it as short, so 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big one. The timeout was called, but the team's not leaving the field. And now they are. Took them a minute.
Yeah.
So timeout is called by the Dons. They have 1 remaining.
Their second.
So this is big coming up. 3rd and 1.
Yeah. Can't give up this first down here.
If you want to, I really don't care.
Third down and 1. So now, as we go into our golf voice, as things have really started to quiet down here.
Yes, the nerves are picking up for everyone in the stadium.
This is going to be an epic finish to this game.
Yeah.
No matter who comes out on top, you can very easily say this was a game of two very evenly matched teams.
Yes.
Can't wait to see the ending of this one.
I'm shaking right now.
We can feel like the booth is about to fall out from under us with the amount of movement that's being made. Another handoff. And stopped!
Stop him!
Down goes Arasi. And it's fourth down. Timeout called.
Coach DeFranz is sprinting to the ref trying to get that timeout.
Wow. It's a loss of one. Off comes that helmet from Frank Salvage, greeted by the fans with a round of applause. And it's fourth down.
What a stop.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Student section was happy about that one.
Oh, boy. Well, here comes the real question now. You got a minute 37 left on the clock. The punt itself is going to take about 10 to 15 seconds off. You got no timeouts, which means you have to work exclusively with the sidelines. But now a huge decision coming up for Nazareth. Do they punt it, try to get the Dons deep in their own territory, or do they try and push through? Because if they get the fourth down, it's game over.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to try to go for it. I mean, they've kind of been doing this all night, so I feel like they will go for it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Punt group has come out.
Yeah.
Peter Roll is back.
Well,
this man has had an awesome boot here tonight. So, you never know, though. Trick play might be coming. You really never know with this group what could happen.
Peter Roll in the punt for Nazareth. Nathan Garnhart back to receive.
Just under 100 seconds to go in this game.
This is so big. This is a
punt is coming. Nick Garnhart back around the 15-yard line. This one he's got to absolutely keep in front of him.
And
it's a trick play. Trick play coming. They got to get rolled down, and he's down. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a turnover on downs.
Oh my goodness! It's almost like they knew it was coming.
Wow.
The stadium got loud after that.
Oh boy. A minute 30 to go. The Dons have the ball at the Nazareth 46.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
That was it's almost like they knew it was coming. They had people on the right side of the field, which is where he ran.
Did we not call it though?
I mean, I said I had a feeling they were going to go for it. So I mean,
of course. Of course. They try to get the Notre Dame song going.
Yeah.
That was funny. Anyway, it's 2nd and 10 coming up. Minute 26 to go from the 46. In the gun is Ricciardi. It's all pass here. Finds Randazzo, and he's going to go. Oh boy. He's going to be down around the 49 is where they call it.
Still moving
and
quick.
It's 3rd and 13. Big play here. Absolutely 4-down territory. Hard rush. Ricciardi slammed to the ground. Dons have no timeouts, so they got to hurry it up. They got a long way to go.
I think they're going for it. I mean,
they don't have a choice. 4th and forever coming up. 40 seconds. Looking for some magic. Finds Amisu. And he goes down to the ground at the 41. And that's going to do it. With 30 seconds left, the Roadrunners come into Niles and are able to hold on. And they're going to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
That was so close.
Wow. Regardless of how this game ended, what an exhilarating last half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Just that 3-point lead that they have from that field goal.
Malinchek gets himself into victory formation. They only have to take one knee. There's the snap, and down he goes. And that's going to do it. The Roadrunners come into Niles and steal one from the Dons, one that looks like that the Dons were going to have it in the bag, but the Roadrunners come out as the better team in the second half and win this game 24-21. This ended up being a spectacular game between two great rivals, and it ended up turning into one for the ages.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, the Nazareth offense wasn't too great during the first half, and then they just come out in the second half and dominate us. Yeah, I mean, even though the Dons lost, it was still a great game, great competition. It was fun to watch.
It was very fun to watch, and this is one that we're going to remember. Roadrunners moved to 1-3. Dons fall to 0-4 on the season, but this is one that, had a lot of encouraging signs on both sides of the ball. So this is going to be one for both teams to really build off of.
Yeah.
So with that, we want to thank our entire production crew, all of our camera guys, our PA announcers, security, administration for putting on a spectacular game. Our next game is going to be next week. Freshman football at 5 o'clock versus St. Viator, followed by varsity at 7. But don't forget, high school game day making its return, 4:30 p.m. on that Friday. We'll be back with one of your favorite events. So for our production crew, for Mac Ross, for Hank Friedrich, for Caden Frawley, Mr. Boyle, and Mr. Madigan, it's Danny Berg signing off. Thank you for watching, and go Dons.